you doing? I'm going to do a video on my collection of Catapult slingshots. Call them whichever you do. And I thought I'd lay them all out on the table and sort of start at the beginning. But I didn't have enough space because I didn't realise how many I've got, really. I counted these, and I think I'm right in saying there's 45 here. They're all over the top slingshots. So I'm going to start here, work my way through them, and discuss each one. Number one, this is the Hoganator, designed and built by Terence Hogan. This was custom built for me. It is 85mm outer, and I really like this one. I'll show it to the other camera as well. I've got two cameras running so I can get it all in place. There's two of those anyway. They're both banded up. Basically everything here is banded up and generally ready to go when I fancy it. This was a G10 Unifox, and Michael Bateman modified it for me into just about Target Master spec, which I was loving at that point in time, and I wanted to change it up. And I haven't shot these for a while, but I do like them. This is an actual wasp Target Master, as you can tell by the back indentations and markings on it. Again, 85mm outer. It's one of my anchor points, which is to my cheek, and I do like the Target Master. Fantastic. Now, this I've skipped. I've gone over here. So it is. This I had off Woo Jim. I've got two of these. I'll put the other one in the next video. This is titanium, or so-called titanium. It's incredible. It weighs something like you'd expect the gravitational pull of a black hole. It's unbelievably heavy for the size of it. And I believe it is 70mm outer, and it's a peg tip. I actually shot this at a competition in 2019 along with the other one. I had them both there. This is the old figure of 8 climb-in loop built into a frame. This one was made by my mate Pete Bridle, and I like shooting these the little peg tip frames. When I'm shooting 7mm, that's what I like to shoot a lot of the time. I think this is a Champ. It was made by my mate John Giles anyway, and I bought it off him, and I just love the Hessian Micarta on this one. It's and the fact that it's got flow green liners. Again, that's 85mm outer. It's a very useful frame, that. I like it a lot. Feels good. I think that's a Champ. Someone will correct me, but I do forget names over the years because it's been a while now. I'm 5 years into this problem of mine now. So, right, next row. I want to move along because otherwise it's just going to be so long. This is a John Jeffries Mustang, and he built this custom built for stock. So it wasn't built for me. He built it, and it's a 90mm outer. I liked it, and I thought I would like to have it. I had another one at the time as well, another two I think, but they've since gone. But yeah, it was built for stock by John Jeffries, and I bought it from stock rather than it being custom built. I just liked the colour scheme on it, and it looked different to anything else he had done at that point in time. Right, this bottle opener one I had from Graffen, very narrow but usable. You can stick that in your, it's credit card size, so you can get it in your wallet and take it out with you. Since we're on Graffen, Titan Hunter Eclipse. This one is set up at the moment to shoot 10mm steel. One of the various colours he does a few different colours, and basically I think these days almost anything you ask for. This is another Titan, but it's wrap and tuck type. Oddly, I know people like clips, but these days, and generally, I prefer wrap and tuck frames. I just do. Clips are all good and well, but I think it takes me just as long to put to put bands on with clips as it does wrap and tuck, really. Just what I'm used to. Okay. Oh, I've skipped one. Let's get back. This is from SAS, Silent Assassin. I had this used from a friend. I really like this one. That's some special fat carbon. It just does look good. I believe the builder wasn't 100% happy with his result using the JG10, and I think he sold it off cheap. It's an 85mm out, and it's got angled slope tips. I really like that frame. That is a good frame for me. Again, 85mm out of that. Moving along. This is Mark Johnson's Slimline tadpole, and I think he built this one for himself. I think he built a pair of them, very similar specs. I think it's about 84. It's quite a narrow one, but he's got the optic on it. I shoot that very well as well, and I enjoy shooting it. And it's a lovely pocketable little thing, and it's a beautiful object altogether, carbon fibre and all the rest of it. Further along on this row now are my own design, you know, the weirdo virus. So Terence Hogan made me this prototype from a dodgy photograph of a dodgy drawing, and it turned out a little different shape to both due to the fact that I sent it to him on a photo. But I did use this in some lockdown competitions against some of the best guys out there, and I did quite well in one or two little fun rounds just using this. It's slightly different angles and shapes and things to how the virus ended up, but part of history, and it'll always be in my collection, it'll always be with me. This is the first virus ever built for me by Martin Hemsworth, aka Martin Whippet, and it's purple and flow green G10. And that's one of the puppies. I haven't had a drink of water. There's going to be a lot of that. I mean, one of them's 6 months old, one of them's 4 months old. So, yeah, next up, Martin built me this. Sort of a camouflage G10 virus, which the look of is just, to me, incredible, because it's so weird, different, and the build quality that went into it is phenomenal. This one I call my Art Deco virus. Martin gifted me this. He built it out of offcuts and bits and pieces, and I think it looks like something from the 1920s sort of architecture style. I don't know why I think that, I just do. This is my personal production version of the virus, built by Nick Hegarty. This one has got wider bands on. I used this for 10mm steel. This is an actual buffalo horn Sam Stanley original frame, and I think I'm breaking the law here by putting flat bands on it, but flat bands is what it's got on it. I haven't shot this one for a while. I do like it very much, but I can't be doing the sort of accurate shots that I do with tabs. It doesn't work for me, tabs. Not to that degree anyway. Shooting cans, yeah, great, but not shooting tiny targets and things like this. So, right, this is the Evo Ergo from Catty. Recent purchase. It only came out very recently, a month or two ago, was it? And I shoot generally GZK 25 20.8 and 11mm steel or 10mm lead, and these are kind of my hunting catapults. This is my favourite from Catty, which is the Evo, the standard one, wrap and tuck. I prefer this to the one with clips, the Field Pro. I've got the Field Pro, but I lent it to a friend to see if he wanted to buy himself one. So he's got that at the moment. You better not forget it, Mark. I'm watching you. Next up is the, is it G10? What is it, McCarter's? G10? McCarter? Can't remember. But it's the Black Knight Evo. Another favourite of mine. It's got a nice weight to it, not as heavy as the stainless steel. That, I think you could take to war and it'll outlive you. It's just, everything about it feels right. It's a bit rugged. I like that a lot. This one I've just got a few days ago. I've had a few shots on it. I've done a few shots on it. This is the Catty HGH. Again, by the way, the last three and this one have been 95mm, give or take a mil outers. And these are what I would use for hunting with 11mm steel or 10mm lead. That's what I've got them set up. This is the one, I think, mostly in my mind, that I've taken, definitely taken the most game with, and this is the Dobbers. I don't know what he called the model. It's a beautiful thing. I did have two. I had a wooden one as well, which I purchased from Jeffries Joe, and I since gifted that out to a friend as well because he liked it, and I was trying to cheer him up at the time. And yeah, it's just a nice thing. I've taken more game with this than any other Catapult by default, or if I think it looks like a good day, I think that's the one I think that I'm gonna pick up. I always have a few practice shots before I enter the woods, really, on my way. See where I am. Things change a little. They're similar, all very similar anchor points and aim points. These, what I use for hunting, very similar. So we'll stick to the hunting stuff now. This is the Marty Hemsworth Equinox. This one is red and black G10, and this was gifted to me by my mate Kevin Lloyd. Just out of the blue, I think. He had it one day. He said, "Oh, you like these?" And he handed it to me. What a nice man. This is set up for 11mm steel. Again, I will grab that particular one and be 100% happy that I'm going to be accurate with it. It feels good to me. This is another Equinox. This is the original one that I had off Martin, and it's purple and black G10 with a brass line. This one's got some weight behind it. Again, 95mm outer, same anchor point, ready to go. No problem at all. Next to that then is, I don't think this is named, but it's Martin Whippet, Martin Hemsworth, and it was built, I think it's a one-off. I'm not 100% sure if it's a one-off. It's got a very wide profile, very large palm swells, and that's, I believe, 92mm outer, which is all good and well for me. Very similar to the 90mm outers anchor point. I use my 85mm anchor point. I've only got two anchors these days unless I'm shooting something very narrow. This is my new hot shot from Jeffries Joe. You may have seen the video I did on this. It was all a bit rushed home from work, banded it up. It was soaking wet, misty. I wanted to get the dogs out, so I took this with me, put the GoPro up on a tree, sorry, and tried a shot. I think it was on a 9.5mm bearing. I got it in about 4, I think, something like that. 95mm outer. This is right up there for me. Very easy for me to shoot. Fits my hand. Feels good. It's got the right weight. Not too heavy, not too light. That's a nice frame. It just works. Right. Let's go back to the ones I've missed up this end. This is a Rebel, built for me by Darren Godfrey, aka Donk. So the design is Chris Graffen, and it was made by Donk. He custom built this for me. I think this was a little competition in lockdown, and he said I'd build the winner a frame. I think it was a can cut, something like that. And he did, and I won it. And he sent it to me. I then commissioned him really to build me another and asked him to do custom colours of some description and let him decide, and this is the result. I think that's just a beautiful thing. The carbon fibre and everything, that's exactly the same dimensions as the first. Again, built by Donk. This is what is deemed an amigo from Slingshot forums. I believe it was available. Yeah, it's a bit controversial, isn't it? I'm not going to go into it. Come up with your own conclusions. I've lost interest in all of that stuff, really, the politics behind things. But it's a beautiful little thing, very narrow, and not the easiest for me to shoot, as you may have seen from the video. Right, next up, let's stick to Donk, Dan Godfrey. He sent this to me. I don't know, just because he's one of those beautiful people that just goes, oh, I'll send Jason this frame. And I'm rubbish at remembering the name of it. I can't think what he calls it. But it's pretty exclusive to Donk. And it's tabbed. It's an 85mm out, and I've done some pretty good shooting with this one. I've done quite a good can video, just can cutting video with this. Well, not cutting really, because I was using 7mm, but can shooting anyway. And I enjoy that. It's a nice little pocketable frame. This is a Celtic Catty's frame. What is the name of it? It's escaped me. I can't remember. I like it very much though. I've got two of them. They're very similar. This one's camouflage, the other one's see-through perspex. But the perspex one, to be fair, I've scratched it up quite a lot. Again, this is Celtic Catty's. This is just a cheap Chinese-built peg tip. I think they're around £10, and it's wood, and it's got brass tips on it. You can't go wrong if you want to try the peg tip way of going. Right, this peg tip is very special to me. It was built by my good friend in Indonesia, and he built me this, which is mango wood, due to the fact that he wanted a particular frame that I had. And I just said, well, send me your address, and I sent it to him. So he made me this, and that is Indra in Indonesia. He also built me, off the back of that little exchange, a custom G2, which at the time, this was the first sort of a custom size G2, which is 95mm outer, because the G2 is 85 as standard. Jar-ray slingshots. There's a lot of these around now. As the ergo style, as we describe these things, I don't think there's a much better ergo style OTT frame than the G2. Right, let's move on. This is the wooden version of this mini. I think it's called the Mini Huntsman, I think. And the design again is by Darren Godfrey. This was made by Moan Waller. And this is the baby from my Mandalorian set. So this is the wooden version of the Mandalorian that Moan gifts with his customs. There it is. And this is the Mandalorian itself. This is a good one, this, because it involves three of my favourite Catapult people, really. Designed by Indra, again, this, called the Sparrow. It's a 90mm outer clip frame, and the amount of materials and work that's gone into this is phenomenal. So it was designed by Indra, built by Moan, and the other part of the set, of course, was designed by Darren Godfrey, Donk. So to have all three people in one set of catapults, for me on a personal level, is a very nice thing to have. Okay, we're on to the Scout LT. I've got three of them. This is just black, it's a standard Scout LT. It's nothing special, some may say, but that's one of the best production, mass-produced slingshots that has ever been designed, I think. This is the olive green version of the same thing, Scout LT. It's 90mm outer, comes with clips, removable scales, very good frame. And this is the limited edition, it's now a production model, and it is aluminium, machined aluminium version of the same thing, the Scout LT from Simple Shot. And there you go, so that is 44. Oh, I missed this wasp slingshot. My brain has completely gone blank on it as well. It's 85mm outer. What on earth is the name of it? I've forgotten. Sorry, Simon. But it is, I was shooting this at the club quite regularly, in the Welsh Warriors Catapult Club. I had to stop using it because it was too easy. I was just bored because it was too good. I know that sounds stupid. It sounds stupid me saying it. And I sort of put it away and I haven't really shot it since. And I love the hold on it and everything else. Because I like changing things up, I just moved on. I should go back to it. Yeah, it was, seriously, it was just, it was like putting a pair of shoes on and tying your laces. That's what it sort of felt like, because I was just, at that point in time with this frame, it just felt too easy in the targets that we had at the club. So I stopped shooting it. Yeah, I'll get back to it. I'd love to remember the name of it. It's gone. Apologies. So there's the first 44. I will put these away, get another load out, and we'll get into the rest. And if you like this kind of thing and you like this video, please like, subscribe and hit the notification bell so you get all the other videos, and then you get to see me. I tend to put up videos that are 1 to 2 minutes long. It's normally me pointing at something, walking away, turning it around and trying to shoot it, sometimes in 1, sometimes in 3. But yeah, if you do like it, please like this video, subscribe and hit the notification bell. Appreciate it. Thanks a lot.